Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Podcast Puppets. This is the season 5 debut of the aforementioned Podcast Puppets. I
PCP
am,
season 5.
that's right, PCP season 5.
Hashtag.
You heard it here first. I am your host, Legally. With me, as always, the funniest man alive, Trevor D. Trevor, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Season 5 begins with different outfits for each of us.
That's
Also,
right.
a slightly different angle. And I just got my hair did.
That's right. That is not a trick of the camera, although it is a different angle. His hair has been cut. Right in. How many inches? Sexual.
Like six and a
Nice.
half.
Nice, dude.
Hmm.
Nice. I'm really proud of you. So on season 5
Nothing
day,
lasts forever. Oh,
no,
hmm.
except for erectile dysfunction. Erectiledysfunction.com. Right in. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, hi, welcome back. It's been so long.
Let's get
Well,
to our
we
movie.
we
I'm
won't
very
date it.
excited because this is, I found out you're not really like a big fan of it.
In fact, I've in times been a hater of this film.
Yeah. So I was like,
So
we instantly have to do it. And there's a book that was written. I have to read that book and find out the difference between that book and this movie because
right,
this is a classic movie. Everyone
classic.
knows it. When people don't know this movie, I'm like, oh, you don't watch films.
Well, so and for me, for me, and like part of my like haterdom, right, as it were, was it's like, oh, like it's the best Christmas film, da da da. So it's not. It's an action film, or is it a
And it
Christmas
just
film?
it just takes place during Christmas,
Right. Thank you, and we'll get into that.
like
So
Lethal Weapon. Same thing.
yeah, right, it's about PTSD and suicide. So without any it's not.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. You see this hair? I'm getting too old for this shit.
Make that man a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a podcast on this season debut on Die Hard.
Hashtag John McClane.
John McClane in Die Hard. Bruce Willis in Die Hard.
Classic film.
Classic,
Always in the credits, the opening credits, it says based off this book by Roderick Thorpe.
which I never noticed.
Nothing lasts forever. Roderick Thorpe,
Nice
you
prop,
owe me.
bro.
You owe me.
Yeah.
McClane isn't the dude's name, different name. It's
Okay.
like what it's like Leland something.
Yeah, Leland McClane, and I
Crazy.
and yeah, and I believe like the sequels to this like are also like based on books. I legit didn't know that. It
Just the
was
second one,
okay. It was
which
fascinating
I
though.
also read.
And so this and like and as you know, like if you're an avid podcast puppets listener and follower, which I know you are, um, you know we
You're the
do
only
action
one.
films. You know we do action films, and this is like staunchly one of those ones where I wasn't about it,
Yeah,
and
and it's a number one action film.
yeah, and my partner Trevor D was just like, no, fuck that, you have to. So I and admittedly, before we jump in, I'd only seen this film once in its entirety. I've seen snippets of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen snippets of it 1,000 times over the years. I saw it once in its entirety.
You took a stand on this one.
I
You were this
did.
is that's how I am with That's how I am with the Matrix. I was like, "Fuck you! I'm not seeing it." Oh, you got to see
Straight
it. It's
up.
so good. Fuck you.
Well, dude, it's me and you. It's like I'll never watch it. Like, but I did. He like my partner as always. Like Trevor D is the master of the action film. And he had me rewatch this, and I tell you what, I have a myriad of notes for this, which is always a good sign. If you remember
It's
from
gonna be great.
last season when we were doing the X-Men's, I think it was like X3. I had like 5 notes. you know.
Well, what can you
Um.
say? Oh, it sucked. Oh, it
Well,
was bad.
right. Well.
Professor X explodes.
Watch the
What?
episode, folks, because actually, I ended up giving it a higher rating than I thought because my partner here convinced me. Dude, Twisted Tea Bros. We didn't even talk about it.
Peach.
Okay.
Peach.
Peach, fucking, of course, Mario Kart. So, all right, without further ado, hi, welcome back, cousin.
Die Hard.
It's so good to see you. Let's get into it. The movie Die
Now,
Hard. Trevor, you take it away.
I just want to mention this is one of the few, I guess, franchises that just goes downhill. You
Okay.
got you got one, the best one. You got two, and it's like
Electric
still
Boogaloo, I
good,
assume.
still good. You got three, awesome. Samuel L. Jackson, buddy cop, great. Then four comes out like years later, great action, but not really.
Is four with a vengeance or
No, no,
live
that's
free die?
three.
Is it Die
Four,
Harder?
four is with that's two.
Oh,
Four
what
is
a
with
terrible
which is
time.
a ridiculous name.
Ridiculous name. Thank you. What a terrible time.
Ridiculous
It's so
name. I
stupid.
I
Thank you. Thank
forever
you.
will make fun of that
Thank you. Thank you.
because that got through like a bunch of people, and they're like, "Yes,
Oh,
greenlit,
millions and
greenlit."
millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. Green light. Yeah. Mhm.
What happened?
I don't. I well, nothing grammatically.
Mm.
So first note, Trevor D, take it away.
My first note is in the book. This guy, McClane, he's going to see not his wife, he's going to see his daughter. So that's a big change.
That is a big
And
change.
he's going like to the party. The party seems kind of accurate, like
Is the
there's
party at
still
is the party at a daycare? Or is that why he's going to see his daughter?
uh-uh. No,
Oh.
the daughter's grown. He's older.
Okay, okay.
So like when he goes like the scene where Ellis is doing coke, like that
Yeah.
happened. But then he's looking at his daughter like, oh shit, does she do coke now?
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh
Wow.
fuck.
Wow. Wow.
And
Wow.
he's like
Way
he's like
darker.
he's working for like Homeland Security, so he knows like
He's a
all the
Fed,
terrorists.
so he's not an NYPD agent. He's a federal agent.
He was, but then he retired from the detective, and then he worked for the NSA
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah.
So he knows who Hans is.
Wow, that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's instantly cooler.
Yep.
Also a little sidebar. A part of Trevor's convincing me to really reevaluate this film and do a podcast on this was him being like, no, dude, like I read the book and it's so much more. Real fast, Podcast Puppets, sponsored in part by Gatorade, sponsored in part by Monster Energy Drink. Monster Energy Drink, we drink it so you don't have to.
Because it will kill you.
Monsters.
I don't know what's in it. Agave,
Dracula.
Dracula blood. You don't know. Oh, it's written on the side.
Frankenstein's hairline.
Yeah, Dracula. It's in there. Just, I guess, a piece of him. He regenerates.
Bram Stoker.
Okay, Die Hard.
Bram Stoker alive in his grave. Die Hard. My first note is instant smug face. Which is funny. You know what? Honestly, I was hating on it.
He's New Yorker in LA. He hates everyone.
No, and it's him like with his smug, like, oh man, he just got that cop grin that you don't like. But dude, I'll get into it. I'm gonna spoil it right now. I have this in one of my notes. This is literally on a full re-eval, my favorite Bruce Willis acting performance of all time. He's
his best.
He's incredible in it. He's fucking incredible. Best. So Trevor,
he's terrified, which is accurate to the book. Like the dude's terrified.
All the swear.
It's just him,
dude, and like he just keeps swearing to himself and freaking out. And so many of his kills are reactionary. All right, we're skipping ahead.
His feet are fucked up.
Oh my god, I have that.
The way that they make a character like be vulnerable like that right at the beginning. He's got one gun. He's got just his shirt on, no shoes.
Yeah, bare feet. No, it's so good. But all right, so my second note, and honestly, something that we have to discuss at the top of the hour with this film, I have written down, and I'm gonna ask you this: is this a Christmas film?
No, we said already. This is an action film that takes place during Christmas.
Thank you very fucking much.
I mean, how much does he even talk about it? It's just that's the reason he goes to see his wife and goes to this party, because it's a Christmas party. It's not like there's someone like a Santa.
Thank God.
And reindeer.
I'm so sick of it, and it was it was my biggest turnoff of this film, and why I didn't get it the credence that it deserved, because everyone's like, it's a Christmas film. No, it fucking is not.
Because we don't fuck with Christmas movies,
right, dude? This ain't Jingle All the Way.
This isn't Jack Frost or Jack Frost 2
or Jack Frost 2. I was just
gonna say. It's neither one of those. This is
Okay.
fucking Die Hard.
All
He
right.
jumps off a building with a fire hose.
All
Not in
right.
the book, by the way.
So you heard it here first on Podcast Puppets, the authority on all things Die Hard as of right now. Okay, my second note then. What constitutes a Christmas film? So we agree that it's not a Christmas movie. Let's talk about the qualifiers that make a movie a Christmas movie.
The Christmas is a character in Christmas movies.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like
said. No, it's perfectly said.
Everything is surrounded around Christmas.
Yes.
The way people talk, the way people act. I've got to do this by the 25th because my orphan child will die.
And it's also so, and the qualifier is the reason why the film is happening is because it's Christmas. Now, look, the reason why this film is happening is because John McClane is going to see his wife. It just so happens to fall on Christmas, but the fact of the matter is he's not going there to wish her a Merry Christmas. He's going there to get back his wife and his family.
Right, his estranged wife, who he has not seen.
Yeah, or his kids.
And the kids, yep.
Or that sexy maid.
The kids were in the party. In the book, the kids were there, like while the terrorists were there.
That's so much heavier. That's fucking wild.
And the whole time he's thinking, like, I just have to save my daughter. You know, like nothing is going through his mind more than like, I need to save her, and I don't want to fuck it up. You know, because they're talking on the walkies. He doesn't want to give shit away.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah, that's dope. I gotta read it. All right.
Speaking of,
yes, sir.
Let's talk about the heavy in this movie, Hans fucking Gruber. One of the greatest heavies in any movie I've ever seen up to this date. Still,
absolutely incredible. It's like. It's renowned. It's renowned. Hans Gruber, like it really is a part of, and like this is, it doesn't matter to you and I, but I mean, Die Hard is an old film, contemporarily, and it's got like a 94 and a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes, right? This film is critically acclaimed and has held up super, super well. And a big part of that is because of Hans Gruber, is because of the heavies, because of the bad guy, because honestly, almost steals the show.
Oh, 100%. He steals it.
Yeah.
Now, in the book, Hans was kind of he was a freedom fighter. Like that company fucked up this job in Haiti and like took all their money to build this bridge, which you kind of see in The Office, like the bridge that they built.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of a reference to right. Okay,
but it was a fucked up thing that they did. Like it's shady as shit, you know, like snorting coke, doing deals type of thing.
Well, yeah, it's Haiti.
So there was a point where he's like, this is kind of my daughter's fault.
His daughter was the one that worked for the company, not his wife.
In the movie, Hans is trying to steal money.
Correct. But yeah, well, based on, because he is a freedom fighter. Hans is not only trying to steal money. One of his demands to the FBI was freeing all these freedom fighters that were locked.
But those were the fake demands that he says that'll keep him busy for a while.
That's right. See?
I love when he kills that big dude's brother, the one from Ghostbusters 2, I think.
Yeah. And that is his brother gets. His brother's out of this revenge quest for the rest of the film. Yeah.
He sends him down and puts, now I have a machine gun. Ho.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Okay, so
fucking awesome.
All right, so
that's how Hans learns about John McClane.
I understand. So that's in my notes. And to be honest with you, it was a turnoff. It was a turnoff when I first saw it. It was a turnoff the second time I saw it. I thought that was a silly, stupid thing.
Love it.
Well, I mean, why are you going to give yourself away?
Because he was in the elevator. He needed info.
He did need it. Oh, you know what? Thank you, cuz people at home. My brother knows my brain. So my next note after that, I was like, this is fucking stupid. I literally have a correction note after that. I was like, oh, because he wanted him to talk.
Right.
And give names.
And then the scene when he's like jumping through the elevator when he almost falls to his death. That scene is in the book, and the way it's written is terrifying. He is just great. Like, I mean, you got one chance to jump for this thing.
Okay, so you can tell we're both excited. We've been off.
Yeah, season 5. Fake energy.
Dude, it's 1 p.m. I don't know.
Don't date it.
dude,
Don't fucking date it
it's 1 p.m. Dude, it's almost Trevor's birthday.
already.
All right, so I've got rich fucks right. Anyway, so I got Harry as a
Yeah,
sleaze, and then I've got pregnant drinking very funny.
always funny
Always funny.
because you're not supposed to drink when you're pregnant, but when you're pregnant, the women are just like, the doctor said one is okay.
Right,
That's three, Shirley.
right,
Okay, we know it's a Christmas party, but goddamn.
right. All right, so let's get through the notes. I'm not trying to time it, but we're running out of time already. Um, do
Oh,
you
we're
have,
doing great.
do you have
Uh,
any? Do you
I've
have it?
got great ones, but go through some of yours. You
All
got like
right.
pages.
Yeah. Okay. So the bad guys were right. I love a death bet. Because they bet. Remember, they shot the CEO, and like
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I love a good death bet. They were like, I told you wouldn't give up the fucking code. So I love a good death bet. I promise I won't hurt you. So we talked about it. McClane kills that. No, it's a different guy. But just one of the German guys, he's walking up towards John McClane. He's like, I promise I won't hurt you. And then he jumps to the side and opens fire.
That was the first guy. That was the ho 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 guy.
So barefoot. How about that barefoot scene?
And then later on, Hans knows it because he meets McClane, so he knows to shoot the glass and fuck up his feet.
It's amazing.
And
Oh,
that
I
led to
have
the scene. The best Bruce Willis scene is when he's talking to Carl Winslow downstairs, and he's like losing it. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do this, pulling shards of glass out of his feet.
yeah, no. That's when he tells his wife to fucking say goodbye and like all that shit. Um, so yeah, I was like, badass line for fucking Hans. Um, he won't he comes down, he kills the CEO and he comes down to the crowd. He's like, he won't be joining us for the rest of his life.
For
That's
the rest
that's
of his
such
life.
a gangster fucking line, dog.
Man, he destroyed it. He destroyed it. And I read some of his biography, and the whole time he thought he was just doing terrible. And it's like,
Well,
man, you just
Rickman. So Rickman,
he's a self hate. He was a self hater.
Rickman was like that. Rickman was going to quit Harry Potter. Rickman was going to quit Harry Potter until J.K. Rowling was like, "This is how your character ends," and he's like, "Oh." But yeah, Rickman was
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
My character ends. Okay.
R.I.P. Rickman, dude. Fucking, I mean, Alan Rickman
Yeah.
forever, dude, forever.
Class
So
act.
I've got
Now Hans Gruber had some other aliases. It was Tony Gruber in the book. So Anton Gruber, aka Antonio Rojas,
oh, sick.
aka Little Tony the Red.
Okay.
Also in the book, some of the terrorists were women. Three that
Okay.
he fucking kills.
Oh wow.
And the first time he kills a woman, he's like, "I've never done this. I feel bad about it."
Right.
And the second woman he kills, he's like, "Getting used to it.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking."
I've got so much PTSD after an Xmas party.
Oh, I
That
know. And then it happens in Die Harder.
what is it's the worst title. I've got fucking so remember when McClane gets a hold of the fucking dispatcher, the fucking lady dispatcher who's just completely blowing him off.
Just doing her job.
Dude, she's so terrible. I've got the titty posters in the elevator shaft make me laugh every time.
I feel like that was a Bruce Willis thing.
Baby.
Because
It's
when
the
he
only tits
sees
in the film.
it again, he strokes it and like says hello. It's too much.
I don't remember.
But this was the 80s. We didn't have phone porn.
So I got the kills in this film are excellent. I've got the body falling on the cop car is fucking excellent. What an
Welcome to the
excellent film.
party, pal.
What an excellent fucking oh my god. Grenade launcher when they're pulling up the armored fucking vehicle and they fucking nade that bitch twice. Sick.
The entire roof explodes.
I've got yeah. Bro, that fucking seafloor explosion. Reckless. I love it, dude. Yeah.
He literally says like fuck it. Puts in
Yeah.
another igniter.
Yeah, so good. I've got Harry is racist as well as a cokehead. Twinkies are poison, and then I've got so glad Harry is dead. Fuck that guy.
He was the worst, Ellis.
The worst, dude.
He
Yeah,
was the
Harry
worst.
Ellis, dude. Oh, so a funny note that I had that made me laugh out loud. Um, it goes to like they cut to like the news scene, and it's like, and I quote, and now here's the author of Hostage Terrorist Hostage. That's the name of his book.
That's really good. I never would have listened.
I fucking lost it.
I never would have
I
listened
had
to
to
that.
pause the movie.
Is that a real book?
No way! Someone wrote that in the screenplay. Hostage terrorist hostage.
Well, you got to know the difference. It's important.
I've got it. I've got it written here. Great kill. One of them, he blows away his knees. It's like a semi-auto, and it's just all knees. That's a fucking good. That's a good kill.
Yeah, it's John McTiernan. He's a great action director.
What else has he done? Cause
don't put me on the spot. I don't know.
all right, well, I just did.
But anyway, no, I have nothing.
This was funny until it wasn't.
He did the second one, I think.
The bloody foot scene, the foot drag. Like, I was literally like,
yeah, he gets fucked up in this movie, and
yes,
that's the same thing. Now I'm going to do my last note.
Yes, sir.
That's the same thing that happens in the book. He's covered in elevator grease. He's got bullet holes. He's got cuts, blood running. He doesn't look like himself. When he goes to Hans in that final scene, which is like the same scene as the movie.
Yep.
When he goes to Hans, Hans is holding her, at gunpoint. She looks at him and starts crying. She's like, I can't believe what I did has like now you have to deal with it, and it hurts you so bad, and you're my dad. I love you. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So that scene, Hans gets shot through the window, grabbing at Holly's watch, trying to get that new Rolex watch she got for killing a bunch of people in Haiti. And then, gets away, John gets it up. In the book, his daughter falls to her death.
What?
Hans grabs that watch.
What?
Drags her out the window, and he says, and then I heard her scream all the way down.
Jesus fucking Christ.
After this happens, there are still 2 terrorists left. He has to go up, kill some woman terrorist, finally get to the ground, and then it's the same scene like the end where the brother of that guy brings out his gun and starts shooting, and then Carl Winslow's like,
Carl Winslow. I love we both refer to him as Carl
I'm
Winslow.
reading the book. Fucking, I know this movie 30 years. Yeah. I'm reading the book, and then it just kills her.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's honestly the way you described the book scene is even better than the film. The end of that.
It's not really.
But the Hans, it's classic. It's the seminal scene of that film, and it's classic and it's amazing. And shouts out to Hans Gruber. If you
think I'm an idiot, Hans? No bullets.
I got a question for you. If you were on a podcast and had to rank Die Hard 1 out of 5, let's say, Rambo knives, what do you think you'd give it?
Die Hard gets 5 out of 5 Rambo knives.
Die Hard's a 5 out of 5 Rambo knives.
Okay. I've got no problem with this movie.
Yeah.
My only problem is people's interpretation of it when they're like, that's the best Christmas movie. Let's watch it.
Well said.
Fuck you.
Well said.
Fuck you.
Well said. Die Hard gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me.
That's really surprising. Wow.
That's
awesome.
Trevor,
because you gave it a 0 as far as
I didn't give it a 0. I gave it.
You saw it one time.
I saw it one time and gave it like a 2.5. I really watched it. I watched it with clear eyes, and it's stellar. It's stellar, and the
great
action,
movie.
It's a great movie. One of the
great
best
action.
One of the best protagonists, arguably the best antagonist in action.
100%.
It gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me. It's an immaculate film, and it's Bruce Willis's best acting job I've ever witnessed.
And he was in Hudson Hawk.
You heard it here first. So that's it, folks. That's Die Hard.
That's season 5.
That's season 5. That's episode 1.
We give you the good facts. We crack some jokes, and I'm thirsty.
Okay.
So. Sounds good.
It's good to be back, folks. We're going to be back season 5 hotter and hotter than ever. Yep. Look at that man, dog. All right, I'm Illegal. That's Trevor D. We signing out.
Trevor D, one and only.
PCP season 5. We out.